Detroit Den 313. What's up? It's your boy Will. Afternoon. Let's have some lunch and talk some Detroit Lions football. Before we do, please take it upon yourself to hit that subscribe button. And we've been hammering this. I do believe today is going to be the day this evening that we do the giveaway show on Spotify. So if you're not tapped in on Spotify, you better act fast because tonight is going to be the night, I believe. If it's not tonight, it'll be tomorrow. We're upping the ante a little bit, nothing crazy. Got a Jameer Gibbs bobblehead that was donated to give away on that show. Also still got right here sitting next to me the J-Mo jersey that's going to be given away on that show. And my son heard me over talking about him, or me and Uncle Steve were doing a giveaway. So he wanted to donate. He wanted to donate his Lions chain to the show. So we'll see if we put that on there. If you guys are interested, we'll put that on there. But and I think Steve might have some trinkets and stuff that he may want to put on that Spotify giveaway show. So, hey, if you haven't tapped in yet, you better tap in now. I feel like I got a treat today. But before I talk about it, I got to give flowers where flowers are due. This is a subscriber suggested show from months ago. This is like the draft talk, end of season draft talks finally, started. People were dropping names of guys who they thought that we should talk about. And a couple subscribers, I wish I had the screenshots. I had the screenshot because we were going to do this show a while ago. And it just seemed like something always popped up to where we ended up talking something else. But shout out to you guys, the subscribers that mentioned this young man. We did some digging into him. Absolutely love him. I think that there's a difference between sleeper prospects and top tier, elite sleeper prospects. And that's what this is. Now, we got Jordan Vandenberg. Jordan Vandenberg. I apologize. This young man out of Georgia Tech had just an interesting journey to playing football at the Division I level. Had to travel to go get this young man all the way out to Johannesburg, South Africa, just to go. Then he went to JUCO, and then it was Penn State, and then he worked his way to Georgia Tech, where he finished up this career playing like an absolute monster, man. This dude's a freak. What blows my mind and why I say he's top tier, not just a sleeper prospect, but he's a top tier sleeper prospect is this. We're talking about a perfect RAS score. Not good, perfect. When you're looking at this card, right, it's giving me just Ty Robinson vibes from a season ago. When we were talking about Ty Robinson, kind of came out of nowhere. That 40 time, look at it, 4.9. But this is a guy 300 plus pounds, vertical 36, shuttle 4.19. This is crazy. 35 reps on the bench press. This young man, if you're talking about freaks, this young man is the epitome of a combine freak. And I don't just mean a normal freak. It's crazy. Jordan Vandenberg, out of 2,098 defensive tackles since 1987, ranked number 2, number 2 overall. That's crazy air. Like, this young man is, like I said, not, not a sleeper, top tier sleeper. You look at those weight room numbers. We're talking about a man's man, right? We're talking about 690 pounds on the squat. Hey, listen, repping out 615, which is wild. 455 on that bench, power clean of 393, which they're doing the kgs, man, the kilograms. So that's how you got that. I know that's probably an odd number for some folks, but a lot of people are copying him to a young man by the name of Harrison Phillips. And I know Harrison is with, I believe, the Buffalo Bills now, but seeing Harrison Phillips for a long time, twice a season, I used to watch when he was on the field and when he was off the field. And when that dude was on the field, you could visibly see the difference. He was dominant in the interior of that defensive line, just disruptive. You couldn't move him. Double teams, he just stopped like a brick wall. Yeah, he was just a monster. So that's the two people that this guy reminds me of. Harrison Phillips, to who he's been comped to, and then Ty Robinson from last year's draft. Before I hopped on, I got an opportunity to just do some digging on Ty Robinson, who got drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles. And that dude showed some glimpses of being a solid football player in the NFL. Now, where is this dude going to be selected, Mr. Vandenberg? I'm looking at probably somewhere in between round 3 and 5. Round 3 and 5. Now, we talked about Detroit Lions need a defensive tackle. I've said I don't want to draft the defensive tackle at pick 17 or pick 50. For me, that's where I start looking. Between 3 and 5, I talked about my man, small school guy in Proctor, maybe being a defensive tackle I'd be interested in. But Vandenberg is a guy who's different. I'm not looking for necessarily pass rush from him. I'm looking for somebody that can be stout in that interior. And then every now and then he'll be this guy and get to the passer. This man, bringing in some statistics here. Like I said, Penn State for a few seasons, then transferred to Georgia Tech. Really had a breakout season last season. This is a guy who if you're looking here, you see, yeah, he had a couple of sacks. That's cool. 3 sacks, 1 sack a season before. Had a couple of seasons where he had 1.5 sacks at Penn State. But it's the tackles for loss for me. This guy beats his guy and gets in the backfield and gets disruptive. 11 tackles for loss. This man is violent. He's a brick wall. And if we're looking to stop the run, he's exactly what you need. He's exactly what you need. If you're looking for a guy who's going to get TFLs and be disruptive, he's exactly what you need. If you're looking for a grit guy, he's exactly what you need. This young man took the long road. JUCO, Penn State, changes on their staff, decides to move, heads to Georgia Tech, NIL deal and all. What's he do with his NIL deal? Makes some donations and then starts his own business, buys a laundromat, says he wants to make sure that he's doing the right things with his cash. So over the long haul, he doesn't lose his money. He can support his family and he can support generations. This dude, he's wired the right way. A captain, right? Does it the right way. Working hard in a weight room, working hard in a classroom. This is a guy going after a graduate's degree. Right? This is everything I read about this young man. Doesn't say Detroit Lion. It doesn't say grit mentality. It screams it. Not a sleeper, elite, top tier sleeper for me. We've talked about the defensive tackle room. We've talked about Talik and Alim being the staples in that room. And behind those guys, not having a whole lot behind them right now, losing Roy Lopez, losing DJ Reader. This is a draft to where it's rich with defensive tackles that I think can help the Detroit Lions rotationally and then have upside. None better than my man, Vandenberg. Because, yeah, he'll be stout in the run game, but I think that RAS score shows you that this is a guy who you might get in the 3rd, 4th round, and he might end up growing into being your nose tackle for the next, 6, 8 seasons. Because this dude's still getting better. He's still getting better. He's big, he's strong, he's physical. And if you're telling me this guy can play like Harrison Phillips potentially, because when I tell you he's a brick wall, you're not moving him against his will. You're just not doing it. Them double teams, absolute problem. He's anchoring down. He's giving them the business. I watched Ty Robinson have his way with some double teams. And Vandenberg is stronger than him. Right? He's stronger than him. And I know the weight room isn't everything, but when the weight room translates to the field, it means a lot. So if they got similar styles, and then you're talking about, hey, these weight room numbers are saying I'm stronger, I'm bigger, I'm equally as fast, I'm equally as agile, I'm interested. I'm very interested. So listen, I just wanted to come on here because when you got a person, when you're talking about a perfect, not a good, a 10 out of the possible 10 relative athletic score, man, that's a big deal. But then this even takes it to another level to me. When you're talking about out of 2,098 defensive tackles who have been evaluated since 1987, this young man is ranked number two. Number two. I think it fits. Harrison Phillips was drafted in that range. Ty Robinson recently drafted in that range. We were doing mock drafts and we were like, man, why is Ty Robinson going in that range? This is listen, this fits. So if you're telling me I can still get a pick at pick 17 or trade back or trade up, whatever Detroit Lions are going to do, I can still get my second round pick. And then maybe in that fourth round, beginning of that fourth round, I can grab a guy like this. I love it. I absolutely love it. All right. You're telling me maybe I trade into the third round and this is who I go get? Listen, we got a GM that traded up to go get Broderick Martin. If you're going to trade up and go after Broderick Martin, then you trade up and go after guys like this. It's a no-brainer for me. This is a guy, everything about him screams, put him on the Detroit Lions roster. So listen, shout out to the subscribers, man. You guys put out things to us. We listen, we read the comments, we try to respond to as many of them as we can. And when we can get to these guys that you guys bring up, we love to talk about them because we love talking Detroit Lions football and potential future prospects of the Detroit Lions. So as always, we appreciate your guys' support. We're always listening. We're always watching. Steve and I will be back with another one. Be on the lookout today or tomorrow for that Spotify show. If you are not tapped in, you better get tapped in quick because that's going down today or tomorrow. Stay tuned. We'll be back with another one. Like, share, subscribe.